Hey everybody, today I want to talk about having an Aries personality. When I speak about an Aries personality, I'm talking about having Aries on either your ascendant, in your sun sign, or in your moon sign, because I see these as your personality placements. So with Aries on the ascendant, it's in a very powerful place. This is the place it likes to be. This is a place where it can really shine. It can really shine there because Aries is not really about baggage. It's not about anything that more than where it's going and how it's going to get there. On the ascendant, it gets to focus on where it's going and how it's going to get there. And you see that Aries energy just really showing its power, really showing how much it can get done and where it can really go. But you just really get to see that Aries energy shine. Seeing Aries on the ascendant honestly speaks for itself. Just imagine Aries. Now imagine that Aries just being the most Aries type of Aries it could be, and that's Aries ascendant. Now the energy of the sun and the energy of the moon are now going to tell you other aspects of that person's personality. But Aries on the ascendant is a perfect example of what Aries energy represents. Now when you see someone with an Aries sun, that idea of moving forward and drive and focusing on where it's going and how it's going to get there, that is more of an idea, and it's an idea that they use to identify with themselves. So as they act on these ideas and act on going somewhere and act on how they're going to get there, you see that it's feeding their ego. It makes them feel like they're better, they're closer to the person that they see themselves as. Your sun is the bare minimum of what you need to feel well, to feel whole in your ego. It's the bare minimum of what makes you feel like you're you, the person that you see when you look in the mirror. What makes you proud of that person. You're going to want to look at their sun sign. That person you see, look at your sun sign, and you'll point the things that you point out about yourself that you don't like are usually the pitfalls of what's going on with your sun. It has a lot to do with your ego. So to have Aries energy there, it's more of an ideal that's used for self-identification, something that makes you feel good, something that makes you feel well and secure within yourself. It's a security factor instead of something that's just really exemplified in action with the ascendant. When you look at an Aries moon, now there's a twist within how this Aries energy is going to react. There's a tie to emotions here, and there's a tie to just baggage in general. The moon kind of goes around your chart and collects baggage. Because it's a planet of memories, it's a planet of just emotional shit. And Aries energy isn't really around for that. It doesn't like it. It doesn't want to deal with that baggage. So you're going to see that energy start to resent baggage, avoid baggage, or if balanced, use that baggage as gas in the car so they can keep moving. But you see the energy where the sun uses the ideas of moving and constantly getting somewhere as an idea to fuel an ego or to identify oneself. You see an Aries moon using the ideals of moving forward and just constant motivation. You see that being used to deal with things. Their sun and their ascendant might actually change what their focuses are in life and how they self-identify. But when it comes to an emotional climate, an emotional situation, something that calls on their moon to be activated, that is when you will find that Aries energy becoming utilized by that person, negatively or positively. This is where you see those Aries traits becoming tangible. You also see the idea of motivation, the idea of moving and how you're going to get somewhere and getting there in general. You see those motivations as a necessity to at least feel like you're moving, to keep feeling like you're going somewhere and making things happen. Now that is something that they just need to really keep sane in life. It has a lot to do with their emotions now, or your emotions if you have that Aries moon. So you see with an Aries ascendant, that fiery energy of Aries is being really brought into the world and utilized the way it wants to be utilized to keep moving, to keep pulling you in certain directions, motivating you to go in whatever direction. You see, with the sun, the ideas of Aries are used as ego boosters, self-identification, and really something to help you keep yourself feeling whole and feeling well and feeling confident and feeling proud of who you are. With that Aries energy in your moon, you start to see it as something that can be used to avoid emotion. You can see that Aries energy in the moon used to deal with emotions. Also, you get to see the ideas of Aries, those ideals that come along with Aries energy, as a necessity for one to feel sane, to feel emotionally secure, and feel like their life is going the way that they planned. Now, when you look at someone's personality, we can simplify by breaking things down by element. You see someone with an Aries ascendant. Let's say they have an earth sun and a water moon. Their life's direction is always going to be something that is not very thought of much. They're going to go in a certain direction just because they want to go there and it makes sense to them, and so they did it. Their life's direction is always going to be quick. It's always going to be that Aries energy. But how they feel about wherever they got is up to that sun and earth and that moon and water. That sun and earth is going to let that Aries ascendant know that they are not proud of what they're doing until there's structure. They don't feel well and confident in the direction that they went until they find some structure. And they're not going to feel emotionally comfortable and feel like they can open up to the people around them until there's some fluid energy around them. They need fluid, positive, healthy energy around them in their environment to feel good about the decision that they just snapped and made 2 seconds ago when they used their ascendant. You can move these things around. Let's say someone has an Aries sun, a water ascendant, and a water moon. Now you understand with their personality, their life direction, and what makes them feel comfortable with where they are has to do with their environment and having a healthy, positive environment around them. But what makes them feel good about themselves and how they self-identify has to do with that Aries energy and those Aries traits. And then you can say the same thing for the moon. You can now recognize and pinpoint where this energy of Aries is in their personality and how it is used within their personality compared to the other energies surrounding it. Hopefully this is helpful. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you have something to say about this. Shoot me an email. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, my blog, all that good stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching.